I've maxed out my credit cards and stopped paying them. I have turned off my phone. I don't pay for anything other than my car, my insurance, and my rent. And I'm still in the negative every single fucking week. And nobody wants to hire me and pay me anything more. And I watched my mom work her body into disability, and my body is doing the same exact things as hers was. And I have to work 2 or 3 jobs if I want to be able to afford to actually live in a house. I'm about to move into my car. And I'm not even renting a house or an apartment. I'm renting a giant house divided by like 6 people. And I can't afford it. I have nothing left to give. I have nothing left to give. My body is giving up. The only hope that I had was somebody else was chosen for it. Somebody else was liked better, because I am nothing. I'm worth nothing. I'm not worth survival. I'm not worth being able to actually live in a home. I'm not worth being able to reproduce or have good mental health or take care of my physical health. I'm not worth any of that. What I'm worth is working myself until I die. And I'm not willing to work until my body can't work anymore. I would rather, and I told myself that if I didn't get this promotion, my last hope, because I've applied for literally everything else in the fucking state and the 2 states next door, that I would myself, and then I didn't get the promotion, so now I have to myself, because I have nothing left to give but my life. I have nothing left to give but my life. So, if you're seeing this, I'm probably honestly, because I have a date in mind and I know exactly what's gonna happen. So, I hope America knows that my life and my death is because of capitalists and Republicans.
First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Karkadash, double honors to the apostles and elders who are in Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there, onto those like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. I had to stop it right there. There's going to be more shit that she says. But it shows you the limitation, the mindset of the majority of these copperhead people. They serve no purpose. All right. The scripture says some that are born in vain. And the shit she's spewing out her mouth. In the beginning, when I was, just sitting there laughing, it's going to get far. It's going to get worse, but it's going to be more, for us, it's going to be more funny. But for her mentality, you women are done. I got far foremost, got to say it. You are done. I was just talking to a brother, we were around the same age. And back in the days, yeah, she's a fat chick. But I guarantee you, a couple months ago, when everything seemed to be all right, when she was, what was it, soft girl, summer, whatever, and she was feeling herself, but the cold reality is coming for all you women. All right? For all you women. And it's not because she's fat. And not only just because she's fat, is they're all caught up in the paradigm, the complex of this world. Okay, I'm going to quote a scripture real quick, Proverbs 28:29-2. Everybody should know that by now, but scripture says, if the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. No, if the righteous bear fruit, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. And right now, this is the sentiment of all the people. I'm going to let her continue her rant. All right. Hey, also one thing. When a man says these things, that's a man just expressing himself. Because most likely a man ain't gonna do this shit. But when women say these things, most likely, well, obvious for attention. All right. I think she's waiting for somebody to come save her ass. She's on her own. Gonna die already, bitch. But anyway, let her play.
Decide that life is worth as much as you're able to work. because I physically cannot work anymore. It is physically impossible for me to squeeze 25 hours of work into a 24-hour day. It is.
You know, she's she's lying her ass off. She's exaggerating the numbers, but this shit is funny, man.
Physically impossible. And if I wanted to be able to afford where I live right now to live comfortably, I'd have to work for, I think about this 16.
And that, like the brother was saying, the word comfortable. The word comfortable was the main one of the main trigger points. It's not about the fundamentals with these women. It's about the comfortability. So for all you guys that's out there trying to save a whore or save these women, remember that you could provide everything that they need. But if they're not comfortable, you're nothing to them. This is why Isaiah 4:1 is going to be so needed, so important. It's all about comfortability. Even this fat broad is talking about comfortability. All right. She's not comfort. That's why she wants to exit this world. Think about it. And this is why the scripture says, remember Lot's wife. Right? Remember Lot's wife. I'm gonna read a couple of scriptures, but I'm gonna quote. She says more, but nobody wants that. Well, it's gonna
1.5 hours a day to work to be able.
See when sorry, strong, independent women, right? You strong. You know, you don't need no man, right? You don't need no man. All you need is girl power. That's all y'all needed, right? Gas each other's head up. Y'all don't need no man. Y'all need is just girl power. Y'all need each other. That's all y'all wanted.
To afford where I'm.
It's not working out anymore, is it?
Living. To not have to move into my car. Is that?
And there've been finer women, all right, that had potential. They were trash, you know. We're not just going by our outer appearance. They have lived in their cars. What the fuck is she's talking about? But go on.
Physically possible? Maybe. Is it physically possible for somebody whose body is already giving up? Probably not. Because I've already.
Stop eating too goddamn much. And that's another fact. I mean, I'm just keeping it real, man. We don't. There's no more sugarcoating shit. If you obese, fat, lose weight. You lose it while you can, or you're gonna be a crash course when all hell breaks loose and there will be famines.
You tried. I worked 2 full-time jobs for a few months, and what happened is I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome and almost fucking died. No. I won't even be able to afford to kill myself because I can't afford burial costs or anything. I looked at
that don't even sound right. How you gonna talk about you can't even like she can't afford to kill herself because you don't have no burial. Well, if you if you dead, who gives a fuck? That's how you know it's just shit talk. Like this is
to it. I can't afford to cremate myself. I can't afford to have a headstone. My best hope is that my body goes missing and gets claimed by the fucking government. The government that I hate that killed me, by the way. I can't even afford to kill myself.
This bitch is crazy. Like she can't afford to kill herself. She wants to blame the government. Oh, she didn't even say she had family that could take a body and nothing like that. Nah, I was like, you know, she's just full of shit. But there's more.
And I want to be so bad. I want to be so bad. The only reason I'm not dead right now is because it's not the date that I want. And there's a specific date that I want for a specific reason because I can't control literally anything in my life, but I can control the last 6 digits on my headstone. If I can afford a headstone. I can control that, and I'm not willing to relinquish that control. But I want.
This is all part of the delusion. This is all part of the delusion. You gotta realize you don't control shit. You can't. Oh man, this shit is hilarious. But this is the strong, independent woman, skinny, fat, bisexual, carpet muncher, all these other terminologies that they embody and they embolden themselves with for all these. I would say most likely for the past 10 years they've been out of fucking control. All this energy that they've been displaying, all right, exhibit, I don't know which number this is, because all of them are crashing out. I just wanted to home in on this broad because she's talking about exiting herself out, going to the spiritual world, but she's concerned about the headstone and like listen, if the Lord allow you to clock out that way, that fashion, you're nothing but a coward. All right, nothing but a coward. What the hell are you concerned about? That's women for you. They just want fucking attention, yo. That's all they want. They want fucking attention. She wants somebody to come down and swoop her off her fat feet and take all the problems. She's sick, yo. But this is the average woman today.
I want to so bad, and I can't do anything about it because I can't afford to not work. I know this isn't healthy, and I know I need help, but I can't even get help because I can't afford to miss work to get help. Because if I lose my job, I lose my housing. And
those are crocodile tears. What the?
I lose my housing, then I'm better off anyway. I've already been homeless. I can't do it again. I'm not gonna do it again.
All right, real quick. So she's been homeless. She don't want to do it again. She might die, but she wants to kill herself.
There's nothing left for me. There's nothing. I can't even start an OnlyFans or be a prostitute because nobody would pay to fuck me. Nobody would even pay to look at me. I have to pay people. I have to pay people. I'm more likely to have to buy a prostitute so I can have the illusion that somebody wants to touch me than I would have to be paid to touch somebody.
Yo, at least she was being real about that shit. She was being real though. That came from the heart, yo. That sting her. She had to admit that shit. She knows she's fucking hideous. She know nobody wants to deal with her shit. She know that already, and she admitted it. See, the delusion of you women are coming to a fall. It's over. I just not notice that in the background. She got some. It look like a demon back there. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. She said, "Yeah, that's crazy. That is hilarious." Yeah, she got demons around all over her, and still she won't exit this world. There's a, damn. She can't even. Of course, nobody's gonna pay for that. And the jig is up, man. You women are done. You women are done. I think it's a little bit more.
I can't even do, I'm too ugly of a woman to even do the things that women do when they're in these fucking situations. I'm too ugly to fucking be a whore. I can't afford, a sugar daddy because I'm too ugly for that. I'm too ugly to become a model or an actress or an influencer or anything like that. I'm talentless. I have no talent because I spent my whole life working. I don't have anything left. I'm just a drain on society at this point. Oh my god, I don't want to be alive. I genuinely don't want to be alive. I don't want to be alive at all. Like, literally at all. Like, all I think about all day is how amazing it's going to feel when I step foot into that ocean. How freeing it's going to feel to finally be done. For this to finally be over. Because I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired of this shit, bro. I'm so tired.
Yo, she's done. She's done. She's done. And the majority of you women are finished. Because at the end of it all, what was the purpose? And it's serious. It's a serious question for you people. For all you people out there, they talk shit about us. We do videos. We tell, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, that the Israelites, we find purpose. We serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We have reasons to be alive. What is your purpose? She just came to the realization, what the same thing that majority of you people, and actually that's a demon that's on. All right, even certain animals won't do certain things to harm themselves because life is very precious. But that's the type of spirit that's going around. Why? Because they can't fathom the reality and escape. I mean, scriptures, death is going to escape a lot of you people because you will be punished for however reason what the Lord wants. Let me see if I can remember that. Second Ezra 16. I just read it. 45, I think. All right. I'm going to read this. Second Ezra 16 and 45. And therefore they that labor in vain. I just read this. I just did a show on it. All right. Because what she realized, everything she's doing, it was for nothing. Vain means nothing. It said, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. Oh yeah, so for all you people out there thinking like, oh, when all hell breaks loose, um, nobody's gonna be interested in the opposite sex. That's not reality. A lot of people are going to they're going to be wanted in that time. A lot of women are going to get, raped in that time. All right. A lot of people is going to be eaten. A lot is going to get hectic out here. It says, they that occupy their merchandises with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sin, saith the Lord. Like as a whore envieth a right, honest, and a virtuous woman, so shall the righteous hate iniquity when she decketh herself, and shall accuse her to her face when she cometh that shall defend him, that diligently search out every sin upon earth. And therefore be ye not like thereunto, nor to the works thereof. So our job is not to be as this world, the things of this world. All right, that is we supposed to be the complete opposite. For whatever's happening, we supposed to be the opposite of this world. This is how you get caught up. It was not what I was looking for, but that was interesting. This is how people get caught up. They get caught up in the limelight, being a part of this world, and then when the world that they felt comfortable seems uncomfortable, they want to bail out. Well, you're gonna have no other choice. Matter of fact, Second Ezra 8 and 50 since I'm in the neighborhood. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time that shall dwell in the world." So she's in a miserable state. The first thing that goes is the mentality, people's mental. When you, oh, Proverbs, I always forget where it's at. I'm gonna try it. When you, let me see, we get it first. Proverbs 11, I think it was 11:26. No, 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 no. Proverbs 11:28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. So these people's um, aiming to be rich, and because they're aiming to be rich, they in a downward spiral. But those of us that labored in the spirit, Galatians 6 and 7 on down, the Lord is reaping us. He's giving us. We're being glad as the day's getting worse. It's getting worse for us too, but we're being glad because we know the end of this thing. Now, if that girl was in the spirit, yeah, you would say these things, but you won't. You want to be alive to see the end of this. All right, a true man or woman of the Lord wants to see, like the scripture says, the downfall of our enemies. But since they have no control, which is not this is not the one I was looking for. Um, City without walls. La la la. Sometimes you gotta design it. See Proverbs 25, yep, 25 and 28. He that have no rule over his spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So if you do not control yourself, your spending, the way you live, all right, you have no control of your own spirit, then you're a victim of being possessed. And that woman, that's why it's kind of spiritual. I've seen it in the background. Yeah, it looked like a regular Halloween thing, but it's out of season. It's not Hollywood. It's not. We're not in Halloween. So she got demons on her, and those demons are festering. All right. When somebody, yeah, Job, you have men, great men said that they wish they wasn't alive. But that's just a momentary thing. But you say you got a exit date and this, that, to the third, like you really put thought into it. That's a demon. All right. That's a straight up demon. And that demon is not going to allow her to leave. All right. It's not going to allow her to leave at all. She'll be around. She'll still complain about the same thing. She'll get fatter and get worse in shape because she have no control over her spirit. Majority of you women have no control of your emotions, of your thoughts, of anything. This is why when the serpent came, he went to Eve. Matter of fact, Timothy's already in a while. 2:7. No, go down. It says, I'm gonna start at 11. 1 Timothy's 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Meaning what? Under the rule of whom? Under the rule of a man. All right, of her man. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So if a woman is over a man, that's witchcraft. All right. That's turning things upside down. All right. And that's something that's highly um, lifted in the society. And it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. So the woman was the one that got duped because she didn't know how to control it. She don't know how to control herself. All right. Matter of fact, it says a weaker vessel. That's what I'm looking for. That's why a woman. Imagine she had children, yo, and that type of energy is contagious. That if even for a child. That's why if a lot of women that are single and they're in that depressed state, they will exit themselves and their children. Yeah. And then everybody be crying about it. It says, 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, as being heirs together of the grace of life. See, is the grace of life. It's not the comfortability, it's the grace of life, living, not death. That your prayers be not hindered. But the point is what? The women are the weaker vessel. All right? Point blank, period. And there's nothing wrong for a woman to be the weaker vessel. This is why scripture says what? I'm gonna get this real quick and just to prove a point. Job 30, is it 39? I believe it's 39. Job 30. Yeah, it's supposed to be this chapter. Slack it. To the point. 17. It says, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. What time she lift up herself on high, there she scorneth the horses and his rider. Hast thou given the horse strength? Hast thou closed his neck with thunder? So the Lord was talking to Job, and he was breaking it down. So he basically was talking about women is deprived of wisdom, right? And what's a woman's wisdom? A man, her man. That's why the scripture says, yeah, see, it all comes back to the fundamental. That's why the scripture says what in Isaiah 19:14, that the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit. That perverse spirit have people being taken out their natural order. All right, their natural order. It says, where is it? Where is it? It always happens like this. Possession. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach. Yep. This is why that woman is acting the way she is. It says, Sirach 36:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, a pillar of rest. She already admit that she's ugly. She already admit that she doesn't fit the category of most majority of people. Why? Because she's not taking care of herself. She don't have no control of herself. And that's another major factor with you women. You have no control at all. And when somebody try to correct you, you buck up against it. And it says, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. So if a woman don't have a husband, she have no emotional control, which all of you don't, you are open for demons. Majority of you have demons anyway. So this is why that woman is spewing the shit that she's spewing. And it's most likely she's not gonna do nothing anyway. She's just trying to grab attention. All right. But we done said many, many times ago, these things was gonna happen. Isaiah 32:9. It says, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters, give ear into my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. So it's not one, two. Whenever this shit goes down, which is happening now, and to move forward, you are in a state of trouble. And guess what? For all you women out there that's been undesirable, that didn't never take care of yourselves and so forth, and have those demons festering, dancing over you, you're gonna be without any sort of guidance or protection. All right. Say, you careless ones, strip you, make you bare, gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, strong, independent government programs. You strong, independent women. It says for the pleasure fields, for the fruitful vine, upon the land of my people shall come thorns, briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy and the joyfulness. Because things are shifting. You women are your world's gonna be turned upside down. It's over. You're finished. Fat, skinny, ugly, cute, fine as hell, tens, ones, y'all done. If you don't got a man of the Lord, you're done. Then y'all all gonna be spewing the same shit like that woman is. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And for all you single women out there that believe in this, you better pray that you find a man of the Lord. Don't leave yourself open to these demons, because obviously that woman is filled with demons to try to kill herself. All right, you must be mad. And then we haven't, shit, it haven't even gotten that bad yet. It's bad out there, but it ain't that bad. And she's already tapping out. And how you concerned about your tombstone? Who gives a fuck? That's how, see how vain that mentality is. So, shalom to the elect. We almost out of here.